We want to bring back in our panel for reaction, Amy and Tom. Amy, we'll start with you here. You know, I know you're a mother as well, and your heart just breaks when you hear about kids who are scared and they're seeing, you know, these images on television as well. You know, how do you console them when these elected leaders are not stepping up to protect their citizens?
Right, it's not a very easy task. I'm a mother of 4, and we've actually had a couple instances where I'm incredibly grateful for Metro for stepping up and assisting with keeping my family safe in some very, very scary scenarios. I could not imagine wanting to ever defund the police. I think that, you know, maybe upping the funding so that way we can add more on the streets would be a better way of using our financial dollars. We could still maybe also focus on other areas such as mental health issues without having to defund the police. I think the fact that the RGA has this series out is incredibly effective. It's great. It's 100% accurate. And I think it's important that they continue to get this message out because this is what most Americans are facing. We do not all want to have to look over our shoulders in fear. I don't want to have to be in fear of just going to the grocery store. I don't want to have to be in fear of taking my kids just for a walk into the park. I am grateful that Metro exists. And I think most would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom, you know, we're wondering, where are these attorneys generals? Not only the elected officials like the mayor and governor of some of these cities and states, but, you know, these other leaders as well. Why haven't they come forward and protected citizens?
These attorney generals are about as useless as former Vice President Joe Biden, who's hiding in his basement. And speaking about Biden, don't forget that he called the Portland protesters peaceful, and he wants to redirect funding for police. That means defund. So what we're looking is at the big picture. The Democrats are really siding with the mob. In some twisted way, they think siding with the mob is good politics. We just heard from Amy, a suburban mom, and I think there are millions of suburban moms who are going to be saying, we want safety and security for our families. Look, safety and security is a core human value. That's the way our personalities are wired, is for survival. And the government's supposed to be here to protect the person and the property. And these Democrats are doing neither. And they're going to pay a huge political price for sticking with the mob, supporting with the mob, and trying to defund police.
Yeah, you wonder how that's going to play out on Election Day. Amy, Tom, please stick around. A lot more to talk about after the